I'm moving on to Mississippi. How about that? That's a change. Governor Phil Bryant has ordered the immediate closure of more than 100 bridges in his state. He says they're not safe. Governor Bryant joins us now. Governor, why are you doing this? Because surely this is a huge disruption across your state.
It is, but the number one responsibility executives have, governors in particular, is protect the citizens of the state of Mississippi. So we got to protect the motoring public. These bridges were not only determined unsafe by many local engineers that work for these counties, but the Federal Highway Administration came in with their own set of experts, looked at these wood frame, wood structure bridges, and said they're unsafe. I could not stand by and allow someone to lose their life, have their families lost in an accident, a school bus go across one of these bridges, and be involved in a life-altering tragedy and not do nothing about it. So we closed them. The Mississippi legislature funded a $50 million bond bill. In essence, we went and borrowed money. As I declared that emergency, we acted on short-term borrowing to be able to put $25 million immediately into the repair of these bridges. We've repaired 13 so far. Another 36 have contracts for repair. Now negotiating with construction companies, but I will not stand by and allow the motoring public to be endangered because some counties have not done their job in repairing these bridges.
Now, perhaps your political opponents would say that this is a ploy, creating an emergency situation, significant disruption, because you want federal money. Is that part of the deal?
Well, of course, that has an implication to it. I talked to Secretary Chao, and she said if these bridges are not closed, federal law would require a termination of funding from the Federal Highway Administration. Now, again, we've been doing this since about November of 2016, so it's nothing new. It's not like the counties were shocked or surprised. Many of them had simply said, we don't think we're going to close these bridges. We'll allow people to drive across them and endanger themselves. So that was an irresponsible act, I think, on the part of those counties that were allowing these bridges that had been deemed unsafe to remain open. Also, though, you're looking at the termination of federal dollars. So all of a sudden, repairs at interstates that are going on are shut down. You have, again, a dangerous situation where you may have one lane that was under repair. So we're down to one lane on Interstate 55 or Interstate I-20, you're going to lose lives there. People are going to die in automobile accidents if we have to terminate the repairs that are underway. And so I was not going to stand by and let that happen. Governors have to make decisions. You're always going to be criticized by your political opponents.
Okay, Governor,
I've taken that over the years.
You've taken dramatic
action. Have been proper.
Governor, you have taken dramatic action indeed. 100 bridges closed immediately. Thanks for joining us, Governor. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much, Stuart.
Yes, sir.